Hello everyone, this is Giovanni Rodriguez, co-founder of both an award-winning MSP as well as a channel-only VoIP services company. Today I'm here to talk about how to open doors using what I like to call add-on or secondary services like VoIP, security, and backup and disaster recovery. We talk to a lot of MSPs and what we keep hearing is that they are looking for different ways to add revenue to their business, to grow their business. So we've created this series of videos to share some of the things, some of the experiences that we've had throughout the years after running an MSP. Let's do it. So one of the challenges that we see, we've had ourselves throughout the sales process as we're trying to sell, trying to add some customers, not reaching that customer at the right time. You know, it's hard enough to prospect as an MSP owner, especially if you're starting out. When you do get to do some prospecting, what happens sometimes is that you might not be knocking on the door on the right dates. They'll tell you, you know what, I'm very happy with my IT provider. I am not looking at speaking to somebody new at this point. And you're already there. You don't want to just walk away without giving it another shot. So one of the things that some of worked for us and some of our Greenlink partners are doing is having an arsenal of things that they can have to continue that conversation. So if they already have an IT person or maybe an IT provider, it could be that they haven't taken a look at the cost of their telecommunications in a long time. It could be that they have not looked at telecommunications. I'm including the internet provider costs in there too. So you can switch that conversation to think about, is there something else that I have in my portfolio, even though I'm not getting the big deal? I mean, your bread and butter is managed services. Those are the big contracts, right? That's where you make the big bucks. What if you had something you can offer? They have an IT person, right? So they have a resource. It could be that they don't have the proper AV. It could be that they don't have the proper monitoring tool to let them know when a critical system goes down. It could be that it's been forever since they took a look at their ISP services. We bump into a lot of customers that they signed a contract years ago and they have 1.5 megabit T1. If they had somebody to tell them, look, I just converted somebody down the street to fiber. That same provider is offering fiber in this area. Not only is it much faster speed, more reliable, but also it's going to be probably cheaper. And then it would open the door for other services that they can do on a T1, like VoIP services, right? They might be paying for phone systems and maintenance on those phone systems at multiple locations. If they not only reduce the cost of the internet and they were able to convert those sites to a VoIP cloud service, now they have 3-digit, 4-digit dialing between locations, business continuity if the building goes down, loses power, loses phone lines. And imagine at the end of the day, if you were able to help the customer with that project, reduce costs, bring efficiencies, even though he hasn't even hired you yet as an MSP, you're gonna be the very first person he calls when he feels that it's time to move to another provider. Another thing is that a lot of companies are looking to augment their services. If they're looking to hire that second IT person, you as an MSP might be a good alternative to hiring that full-time person. Those are some of the thoughts and some of the things that we have done. Take a look at, of course, you have your main bread and butter MSP services, but look at what services can be sold before the MSP agreement. That would get you on the door. Now they're your customer. You could call them as their vendor and not a salesperson on the phone. And eventually you might be able to gain a little bit more on that account. If you'd like to see more on how to add revenue as an MSP or other topics that we cover, make sure to subscribe to this blog so you can be notified by email as new content is being posted. Also, an important part of growing your company is having ways to measure that growth. So we encourage you to go to the link and download the top 6 benefits of having a scorecard for your MSP. We believe that if you don't measure what you're doing, you will know if you're growing or you're slowly dying. Remember to stay connected, and we'll see you in the next one.